Hey friends, welcome back. We're going to be in the kitchen today. We're going to do another starch solution meal prep. That's right, going to be oil-free, going to be delicious. We're going to be making some great things this week and some new recipes, but we're going to switch it up a bit. We're going to do some of our meal prep on the barbecue, and let's get into the kitchen and I'm going to show you some great new recipes and how we're going to use all of our barbecued vegetables in some new and interesting ways. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get the potatoes into our Instant Pot. I'm just doing russets, so those will be easy to do for lunches and for anything else. That's going to be my first thing that we're going to do. Going to turn it onto manual, make sure it's sealed, and we're going to let that go. Today I'm going to make my cheese sauce, and I am going to do it differently today. I'm actually going to do sweet potato in addition to my regular potatoes instead of using carrot. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. So we're going to get the orange color from our turmeric, but instead of carrot, I'm going to use sweet potato. So we're just going to put the sweet potato in our pot. And then we're just going to add our regular potatoes. I'm going to make more of a nacho sauce this time. And I saw these pickled jalapenos at the store, and I thought that they would be great in our cheese sauce. So we're going to give that a try. So we're going to work with some tempeh, and it's just regular tempeh, but I want to barbecue it. And if you've never tried tempeh, some people, it's a little bit different, it's a little nutty, but the best way to use tempeh is actually to steam it a little bit first. So I'm going to take it, I'm actually going to put it in a pan with a little bit of liquid. And so the liquid I'm actually going to use is just a little bit of water and just a little bit of the no chicken bouillon. And that's just because I want to steam it a little bit with a little bit of flavor, that's all. That's all we want to do. Just want to impart just a little bit of flavor. It basically has no flavor, but it is great. It's high in protein. There's 18 grams of protein. And so we're just going to give it a little bit of flavor. I'm going to put that aside. And so this is actually the soybeans that's been pressed together. I'm just going to cut it into thirds. And then I like cutting it just into triangles because I think it looks nicer that way. But you can cut it any way you want. So let's head over to the stove. So our water has come to a boil. We're just going to add our tempeh in. And we're just going to steam our tempeh for about 5 or 10 minutes. This helps with the bitterness. And then just turn the heat down. We're just going to gently steam it. So the tempeh has steamed for about 7 minutes. It's kind of puffed up a little bit. It's absorbed a little bit. And that's what we want. And we're just going to take it out. And then we're going to barbecue this with our favorite barbecue sauce. So I've got some asparagus, and I've just rinsed it. I have it in a container, and I'm just going to get it ready for the barbecue. So I'm going to do some garlic powder. And I think for this one, I'm going to do the citrus garlic from Trader Joe's. We love this stuff. And then I'm just going to toss it. And I think that one is done. We also have some zucchini that we want to do. And I think to make it easier on the barbecue, I'm going to keep them lengthwise. And again, if you get all your veggies prepped, you can just do them all at the same time on the barbecue. Super simple. And I think on this one, I'm actually going to do like a Mediterranean feel. I'm going to do the za'atar. Also with a little of the garlic. I think I'm going to throw some onion powder on this one. And the za'atar. This za'atar has sesame seeds, thyme, marjoram, coriander, oregano. Super fresh and delicious for the summertime. Again, I'm just going to add extra, probably fall off a little bit. Oh, yeah, and some sesame seeds. So we're going to add that to the top of our asparagus. It can all go down to the barbecue together. There we go. So I'm just going to whip up my cheese sauce. Now, if you are already on maintenance, you can add some cashews to your water. Now save your water. We're not going to throw that out because we're going to actually use that. I'm going to add a little bit of miso paste. I like the umami flavor it gives it. I can get it open. Some nutritional yeast. And again, I make this so much, guys, I don't really measure, but I do have a recipe. Onion powder, garlic powder, turmeric, salt, and I'm adding a couple of these jalapenos, and these ones are hot. You can get mild ones if you want. I'm just going to add 2, and they're small. Okay, I'm going to add 3. I might be sorry about that later, but we'll see. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the water that I cooked that in. And then you're just going to blend it, and you may need to still add water. Let's just start blending. And you're just going to want to try it as you go. That's a nice kick. I'm going to add a little extra nutritional yeast. Garlic powder. I know what I'm missing, a little lemon juice. That's what it needs. Always got to balance your acids and your A little bit more lemon. And I think we're good to go. Perfect. I'm going to add a tad more salt. Okay. So sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate, so we're not going to barbecue, so we are going to do sheet pan dinners. So I'm just going to put in the Brussels sprouts, and the zucchini will probably come out before that. And then we also have the asparagus on a separate tray, and those won't take long because they're nice and thin. So now I've got my tempeh on the griddle pan, some portobello mushrooms, and we have some of the onions on. I'm just going to put on my favorite barbecue sauce on the tempeh and make it nice and sticky and barbecue tempeh. We also have some corn just in the pot. We're just making it simple. Would have been better on the barbecue, but hey, we'll go with what we have to go with. So there's our tempeh all cooked up, our mushrooms, our onions, and our asparagus is all done, and the Brussels sprouts, and our zucchini. So we're all set, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use all of these this week for our meals.